The main thing that we're looking to hear is, first one I would say is on JETP, South Africa's Just Energy Transition. Specifically for South Africa, we're waiting for an update. We did receive a little bit of an update just prior to us coming to COP. We are expecting an announcement by the president on exactly what the specifics of that will be. We have had quite a bit of international attention on it, and so folks are quite interested to hear how it is that we're going to proceed with it. More broadly, though, on COP28 issues, the second thing is then, as your banner is showing, the Loss and Damage Fund has been announced. South Africa was leading the charge around the negotiations on this, at least in co-chairing with, I think, Norway it is. And so we've been able to, as a country, lead the conversations to a point where there's agreement on the operationalization. We're now hearing that it's being funded by various countries already. There's pledges being made. The last count was at 420 million US. We are expecting more, although this amount of money is very minimal compared to what is actually needed. And it's intended to support things like what we saw in Durban recently in terms of the floods. That type of money should, in theory, be able to respond to how that locality will be able to revive itself. The third thing we're looking at is on the subject of global stocktake. The global stocktake is saying from 2015, we made a commitment to the Paris Agreement. Where are we today relative to those commitments? What needs to change? What needs to be improved? And then also, how will that improvement take place? So some kind of a roadmap. Today, this is the most significant thing about this particular COP. As you heard from the Executive Secretary, it's the thing that is really the linchpin of this year's COP. And then the last one, which is relative to then all of these subjects, is, of course, money is required to implement all of this. Where's the money going to come from? Conditions to that money, and what kind of roadmaps can we expect to get that money, particularly coming from the richer nations to the poorer nations or developing nations. And hopefully those conditions don't bring in too much debt, because as we know, many of our countries are already heavily indebted and are struggling to make their payments as it is.